Sometimes the clouds are rolling in, you feel the world is closing in, but you were born for brighter days. Just find your spark, ignite your flame. Every step a little stronger, every moment hold on longer. Let your worries fade away, we're not backing down today. When the going gets tough, up your game, stand tall, dig deep, find your light. You can rise through it all. When the world says you can't, you just show what you got. Hey, up your game, keep believing, up your game. Take your shot. Take your shot. Remember dreams you used to chase that never really slipped away. Close your eyes and see them clear. All your hopes are waiting here. Every fall you're growing braver. Every fear a chance to savor. Lift your heart and shout out loud. We're alive and we're so proud. When the going gets tough, up your game, stand tall, dig deep, find your light. You can rise through it all. When the world says you can't, you just show what you've got. Hey, up your game, keep believing, up your game. Take your shot. If the darkness tries to hold you, let the rhythm move your soul. We are unbreakable, unshakable. We'll make it through, we know. Oh, when the going gets tough, up your game, stand tall, dig deep, find your light. You can rise through it all. When the world says you can't, you just show what you've got. Hey, up your game, keep believing, up your game. Take your shot. Yeah, up your game. Take your shot. Shine on. Dig deep. Up your game. Hey, yeah, we got this. Up your
Flash! Flash! I love you! But we only have 14 hours to save the Earth!
Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, MattTaylorTV. I know it's imaginarily titled, but hey, it's all about me. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matthew Taylor and I'm broadcasting live from Brighton. Be right on in Brighton. Hello and welcome from across the world. It is my honor and privilege to connect with you across this social media platform we know as YouTube. You can also find me on other social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and wait for it, I've just got to remember exactly where it is. Oh yes, of course. I'm sure. Oh yes, I have it. It's TikTok. How could I forget TikTok? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, everything is so easy nowadays. I've just made it my mission to position myself in as many places as possible. I do have to apologize. I've just seen some of the blogs going across the bottom of the screen. Some blogs are no longer available, so I'll just actually quickly amend that now. In fact, quite a few blogs are no longer available, regrettably. So I don't know where. Let's just let's stop the blogs from going across the bottom of the screen, shall we? So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matt Taylor, christened Matthew Taylor. Hebrew for gift from God, I hasten to add. And the reason I'm going live is to tell you my story. Because, of course, as we know, everyone has got a story to tell. And that's the same with me. Oh, I'd like to have a big welcome to the first one in the chat. Hello, Lenny. How the devil are you, Lenny? And it's really good to have you in the chat. Back from the dead. I'm not Jesus Christ, who I just hasten to add with new historical research from Alan Wilson and Baron Blackett, where Jesus is buried. Jesus didn't come back from the dead. This is so funny. This is probably an AI Matt, says Lenny. No, Lenny, this is really me. And I'd like to prove it to you by revealing myself. Hey, hello, welcome. It's MattTaylorTV. But I'm a bit... oh, hello, Emily. Yes, hello, Emily. In fact, Emily, my next song is inspired by you. Negative people love drama like oxygen. No, sorry, that's a correction I must make. Negative people need drama like oxygen. So that will be up next. Good to have you in the house, Emily. I'm glad all is well. Matt, any news, me old China? Well, there is a lot of news, Lenny, but regrettably, I got a book on how to be a YouTuber. And it says at chapter 3 in this book I got about how to be a YouTuber, do not tell your audience any news about yourself in any way, shape or form, only because certain members of the audience will contact social services and make up lies about you and twist and invert any news you may make privy to your audience. So it's for that reason I'm unable to tell you any news, except that it's Christmas soon. And I made a really big decision, and I don't know whether it's the right decision, but I'm not going to go up and see my magical imaginary girlfriend for Christmas. No, I'm going to stay in Brighton and spend my Christmas with my sister instead. I mean, what on earth is happening? I'm not particularly happy about the decision I've made. Family or girlfriends, what's the choice? Either way, I've made the decision to spend time with my sister because she'll be by herself on Christmas Day. And I didn't like the idea of my poor sister all alone on Christmas Day. My magical imaginary girlfriend, she'll have her brother and son there, and they may even be going to their parents anyway. So I made that decision. Yes, wow, yes, I remember that. Would that be up next, Emily? So the next song will be Negative People Need Drama Like Oxygen, and that's inspired by Emily T. A big shout out to Emily T in the chat room. But also on Matt Taylor TV, we do like to award the first person who comes into the chat with a million gazillion brownie points. Sadly, million gazillion brownie points can't be exchanged for sterling, but anyway, it's there for you. And the winner of a million gazillion brownie points is Lenny today. Anyway, I've got to carry on with the chat. Matt, your humor is a tonic in depressing times. What a idea for a song. Thank you, Lenny. That is such a nice thing to say. And may I be so gracious to say that your company is without doubt only second to Emily's, because she's got big boobs. The best company anyone could ever hope for. So thank you ever so much, Lenny and Emily, for taking the time to jump in and say hi. It's always good to have your company. Over to Lenny. Says, Matt, how to be a YouTuber. You don't disclose your life to the trolls. They're trolls for a reason. I know, Lenny, and I mean, I just wish I brought the book on how to be a YouTuber before I set out on the journey of how to be a YouTuber. Because if I'd read chapter 3, like I have done, it clearly states, do not give away too much of yourself, i.e. your personal life. And I tell you, it's a mistake, but I'm glad I made it, funny enough, because I do like learning by my mistakes, learning from my mistakes. So yes, and of course it's important never to make that same mistake twice. And you're a fucking idiot if you make it 3 times, in my opinion. But yes, it does look like I'll be spending Christmas at Brighton. Why are you not spending time with Vicky? I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Well, I've just come back from the weekend with Vicky, and it was a lovely weekend. And I do thoroughly love company with Vicky. In fact, you'll notice today, I've noticed a pattern. I do get quite depressed when I come back from Vicky's, because it's like back to my life. And my life, even though it's pretty brilliant, my life in Brighton hasn't got Vicky. And so I do get a bit depressed. But yeah, I had to make a decision. Spend time with my sister, who would be alone on Christmas Day, or spend time with Vicky, who's got her brother and son with her on Christmas Day. It was a tough decision. But, you know, my sister, ill health. I'm sure it's not her last Christmas, but either way, I'm going to spend time with my sister. Yes, of course. And her pets, by the way. I'm spending a lot of time walking Shelby, Emma's Cocker Spaniel. Lovely dog. So I'm spending a lot of time at my sister's at the moment, walking her dog for her. Sister has a daughters. But of course, my sister Amy, her oldest daughter, she's spending Christmas with her new boyfriend at the moment, and we don't like the boyfriend. Emma and I do not like the boyfriend. Trust me. We're not impressed. In fact, we've never been impressed with any of Amy's boyfriends, to be fair. But again, chapter 3 of How to Be a YouTuber specifically says, do not give out too much information. And I do believe I've already done that. I'm a terrible YouTuber. I am a terrible YouTuber because I'm always giving out too much fucking information. But anyway, and of course, Emma's other daughter won't be spending Christmas in Brighton. Over to Lenny, who says, Matt, why are people so repressed emotionally? Does society condition us to be more withdrawn? Well, it does, Lenny, and I think it's a really interesting point you bring up there. We're taught from an early age to conform. And of course, when you conform, there's no room for individuality. And so there's no room to like crack the joke, to express yourself, because we all have to conform. And when you conform, there's no room for individuality, for uniqueness. Unique has no place in conformity. Individuality has no space, no freedom in conformity. And so, yes, you know, thank you ever so much. That's a lovely comment, by the way, Lenny. We are repressed emotionally because we're taught from an early age to conform with the majority and go along with the mindset of the majority. And that's why we have to repress our own feelings for the sake of the majority. If the majority of the class are happy, we have to be happy, even though you're feeling sad. If the majority of the class are sad, we have to be sad, even though we ourselves may be happy. It's a catch-22, but yeah, very interesting. And I think Lenny answers his own question there. Society does condition us to be more withdrawn. Not so much it conditions us to be withdrawn, but it conditions us to suppress our own essence. What makes us ourselves is frowned upon by a wider society. Matt, could you do an AI cover of Stay Another Day? An AI version with alternative lyrics. Tony Mortimer won't sue you. That's a brilliant idea. May well. Bless. And of course, talking about family, this is condolences to Emily, because this will be Emily's first Christmas without her brother, who sadly passed away only a month ago. As Emily tells us, she was holding her hand while her brother passed away, and it's very, very sad. We have some other news today, and of course, this is going against chapter 3 of How to Be a YouTuber. But my son's cat, Mr. Cat, has also been diagnosed with cancer and may well not see Christmas too. So while Christmas is a joyous time of celebration and merryhood, there is also a time of reflection and remembering those individuals, be it brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, or even your family cats, not making it to the festive season this year. Over to Lenny, who says, Matt, the definition of insanity is going out to getting drunk and saying and doing things you can't unsay. It's so true, isn't it? I mean, in a repressive society in which we live, in which you have to be at a certain place at a certain time, you have to stand when certain people walk into the room, you have to say no, you have to nod, you have to smile when you're giving your pittance, you have to do certain things. Thank God there's a day in every year in which we can go, fuck that, I'm having a beer at 9 o'clock in the morning. And they know very well, I mean, our overlords know very well that Christmas is a great season to let people just kind of like go a bit loose, go a bit crazy, if you know what I mean. Don't do it, Lenny, says Emily. Over to Lenny, who says, Matt, did you think George Michael was straight when Last Christmas came out in 1984? Hey, listen, come on. I grew up in Brighton and I saw straight away Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am when Andrew Ridley and Boy George were jumping around the top of the pop stage in their tight white shorts. You know, my only mistake was thinking that Andrew Ridley was a gay poofter. No, he wasn't. But yeah, I mean, my gay radar is pretty good, if I may say so myself. And I saw through George Michael right from the start, right from his Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am days of his tight white shorts, jumping around the top of the pop stage with Andrew Ridley. So, and yes, and thanks ever so much. Let's have a shout out to George Michael. He died apparently on, well, not apparently, if my memory serves me correctly, Christmas Day 2016. What a loss, but again for heaven. Lenny says, Emily, my condolences on your beloved brother, Em. Yes, over to Emily, who says, I feel so sad, but I'm getting through it day by day, and I don't like ever making people feel sad. Hey, listen, this is going back to what Lenny was said, really, earlier on. Society, in a way, gets us to repress our emotions and being sad is somewhat frowned upon. It is. Being sad is kind of like, oh, come on now, snap out of it. Snap out of it, you know, get a grip. And that's a suppression of a certain emotion. And so I do think it's important that if you feel sad, wallow in it. Wallow in it, because emotions are human. Emotions is what makes us human. And so it's terrible that you should feel sad, but it's only right and proper you should feel sad. Do you get what I mean? Losing a brother is a sad and tragic experience to go through. So just acknowledge that you're going to be sad for a while to come. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying, Emily. I feel so sad, but I'm getting through it day by day. I don't like ever making people feel sad. But flip side, it's surprising how many people do like to make other people feel sad. Strange one. Over to Lenny, says, Matt, a lady I know at work adores cats. It's kind of funny. I tell you, I mean, I don't want to go against chapter 3 of how to be a YouTuber, telling you too much of private stuff. But one of the things we're concerned about is my niece, new boyfriend, 2 cats at home. She's hardly looking after the cats anymore. I know. Yes. Over to Lenny. He says, Matt, being a 90s pop star meant you had to smile. Dance and be a slave to the schedule. Hey, don't we all have to be a slave to the schedule? Reminds me of my army days. Prince Harry left the royal family because he had to smile, shake hands, and be a slave to the schedule. Similarities. Yes, quite right. But that applies to all of us. You know, we have to work to feed, to put food on our plates. Emily, did you see through anyone else, Matt, regarding what side that they bat on? Not so much celebrities, but a lot of people in my life I saw through. Yes, I hold myself back in. Just let it go, Emily. You really have to let it go. Wishing you a better 2026, says Lenny. Emily says, I've got to stop thinking of others, but I'm like that. I hold back to save their feelings. All right, okay. And of course, you know, that's part of conditioning as well, social conditioning, in which you have to suppress your emotional feelings to, what's the word I'm quite looking for, to placate other people's feelings. So that's quite a heavy concept to get your head around. Society conditions you to suppress your emotions to placate other people's emotions. It's a strange one. And of course, I'm still learning as I go along. Over to Lenny, says, Matt, that's why Brian Harvey and Prince Harry are 2 sides of the same dip-dab. Dip-dap. Dip-dap. Quite right. Yes, indeed. It's a strange world we do live in. And I mean, I personally think we're living in a prison world in which everything we're told are lies. And that's concerning. That really is concerning. And that we're also living out of sync of how we should be. You know, we're living contrary to our gut instincts. We're living contrary to our emotions. We're living contrary to what we feel is true. And that's a cause for concern. That's a cause for concern, not only for ourselves, but for our children and our children's children. Because as an adult, we know something is wrong in the world. We know something is wrong with the world, as our parents did too. And the longer every generation just moans about it, speculates, nothing will get done about it. And that's the big concern. We'll just pass it on to the next generation. And that will be the pattern, passing it on rather than addressing it and amending it. Because if we never address and amend, it just gets passed on and the problem persists. And of course, that's what our overseers want. They want us to pass it on and for the problem to persist. Because ultimately, we are the problem to a few select people or entities who run the world. And it's a big subject. It's massive. Over to Emily, who says, I've got to learn to think about myself. It will take time. Now, look, Emily, what you're doing there is that you're adding in a condition. It will take time. That's a false belief, if I may be so bold to correct you. It doesn't have to take time. It really doesn't have to take time. You can do it now by flicking a switch. Flick that switch. It's a millisecond. So you've got to turn that around and say, I've got to learn to think about myself, and I can do it at any time I choose to. It doesn't necessarily take time. I always envisage it with a switch in your mind, flicking that switch. Flick that switch. It's a millisecond. So to change doesn't take time. Change can be immediate. Just let that sink in, maybe. Over to Lenny, who says, I was literally inconsolable one New Year's Eve when the new year came in. I had lost an old friend I knew for 20 years. Oh, Lenny, I feel for you. The reality of his death hit me hard. We are not conditioned to discuss death. I know, it's fascinating, isn't it? That's the one taboo, isn't it, Lenny? It's the one taboo we should all, get our hankies out, blow our nose and wipe away the tears. And thanks for sharing, Lenny. And thank you ever so much for Emily for sharing, because this has got the goosebumps out. I kid you not, I'm covered in goosebumps. And that's because we are sharing our emotions. Over to Lenny. I have seen Justin in the chat. It's entirely up to you, Emily, how you choose to mark Christmas. It's a very personal thing, but also it's a very collective thing. We got that coin again, Lenny. That coin you brought, the image of the coin that you brought into the conversation. The one coin has two sides. So while it can be a personal thing, Christmas is also a public thing, but it's that one coin. Emily says, I'm trying so hard with help. Good, Emily. And of course, it's good that you are getting help, that you're sharing your issues, you're sharing emotions. And what you're doing here tonight is very good. So thank you ever so much for expressing yourself. Over to Justin. Great to have you in the house, Justin. Good evening, folks. Matt Taylor is a fully qualified life coach. I saw his certificate. Yes, that is true. That is true. Thank you ever so much for bringing that up, Justin. I am a qualified life coach, and yes, it's a good skill to have under my belt, and I can help. I can help if help is needed. But ultimately, the motto of the life coach is that actually you are doing all the hard work. You are helping yourself. and I'm just facilitating you in coming to your own conclusions and solutions. A big shout out to Brian PC. Great to have you in the house, Brian. I also swam 25 meters. Fantastic news. Hi, Matt. Hi, Matt. Hello, Brian. So, thanks ever so much, everyone, for jumping in and saying hi. We have Lenny in the chat. We have Emily. We have Justin. And we have Brian. Thank you ever so much. As I always say in times like this, don't be shy. Jump on in and say hi. It's always good to share and express yourself. Over to Lenny says, Matt, some of us can outwardly be devoid of emotion. Yeah, I get that. It doesn't mean we don't feel things quite strongly. I mean, the thing is, everyone feels things strongly. You cannot feel anything other than 100%. But let's carry on. Matt, do you feel being 54 has changed your outlook from, say, 10 years ago? Absolutely, yes. Because I'm growing and I'm learning all the time. But having said that, it's that same coin again. Even though it's a yes, I am still very much the same man I was 10 years ago. The only thing that's changed is the experiences, is the lessons learned. So experience, of course, changes your mindset. And that's something I have to acknowledge in myself. And that's something I actually don't give myself credit for. I am an experienced man who has a lot to offer. But only because I've had a full and active life thus far. I've traveled the world. I'm a father. I've had the experience of an army training. I've done lots of things that other people haven't done, but also other people have done lots of things that I haven't done. So I'm not in any way implying that my experience is any more valid than anyone else's. All our experience is valid, but collectively, sharing all our experience can only benefit all of us, because one person may have a skill that another person hasn't. It's a fascinating path to go down. And Lenny, again, I just have to thank you for your questions. I've always been impressed. So, one down on one breath, says Brian, talking about swimming, no doubt. Amazing, yes, indeed. Age 9, I'm kind of like a fish in water. I dived off the highest diving board. Oh, I remember me taking 15 minutes to jump off the diving board and then deciding, no, I won't bother. I bet you made quite a splash. Matt, will you still need me? Will you still feed me when you're 64? What a song. What a song. We're like paying homage to the Beatles. Very easy 5 points. Who are the 2 surviving Beatle members? Wrong answers only. Of course, it's George and John. Over to Lenny. Well done on your swimming, Brian. Yes. You can learn something new every day. And I'll tell you what, I learned new something every day. And I'm actually putting it into practice because I love the idea. What would happen if you put a grain of rice in water for about 6 days? What would happen to a grain of rice submerged in water for 6 days? Well, apparently it will sprout and grow. Blew my mind. I'm at 54 and I've just realized that if you put I saw on TikTok, to be fair, if you put a grain of rice in water and leave it for 6 days, it grows. So of course I've got some rice in water because I do like growing things, and it's never crossed my mind to grow rice. And so I'm doing it. And that actually reminds me, when I was out in Indonesia, when I was walking the paddy fields, I was amazed to see goldfish in the paddy fields. Yeah, that's where all goldfish come from. They come from paddy fields. Brilliant. And that's something I definitely expressed to my son, that life is amazing. Life is so fucking brilliant. Make the most of it. Deeply Dippy Brian. We should really... Oh, that's something I want to do, actually. I do want to review the Nikki Lee, Brian Harvey chat. But it's so cringe. But it's something I will endeavour to do. Brian, all the cool kids dive off the groin. Hello, folks. I do hope you're all well, says Brian. Thank you ever so much, Brian. Hope you're well too. Yes, indeed. Oh, in China, yeah, fish in the fields. Yes. But is it even worth eating goldfish? Not really. Was Paddy Fields married to Gracie Fields? Very funny. Deeply Dippy is a very sexually ambiguous track by the Fairbrasses. When that came out, I was too young and dumb to get the sexual overtone of the song. That's reminding me of Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Relax, don't do it until you come and chew it, or whatever that is. I remember Vicky, my girlfriend, had to ask Rob, her boyfriend, no, not her boyfriend, her brother, what the meaning of... Oh, either way, I've just said too much, giving far too much information away. I have to remember chapter 3 of How to Be a YouTuber. Do not give personal information away. I do apologise. I caught a goldfish in my local river. It was a river monster. Wow, crikey. Right, said Fred, we're under massive pressure to follow up I'm Too Sexy, I'm sure. Deeply Dippy. I probably thought Deeply Dippy was about fishing. Yes, indeed, Lenny's son. Surely their greatest hit, says Justin. Nah, Matt, but they're not good. It's the carp family, so not great eating. I wish someone would tell cats that, though. And the Polish, by the way. Apparently, the Polish love eating carp. And quite frankly, even though carp may well taste of mud, if it's stewed in a lovely sauce, I'm sure it will taste tasty, tasty, tasty. It was about 7 inches long and 2 inches thick. Crikey. And we're not talking about anyone's prick, by the way. We're talking about a carp. I'm Too Sexy still sounds fresh 35 years later. Taylor Swift ripped it off a while back with her song, Look What You Made Me Do. Yes, and they're very happy. They're very happy Taylor Swift used their song because they're a bit of royalties out of it. It had a flappy tail. And we're not talking about Brian's penis. Brian, how big was the fish? Matt, I'm blocked. You're blocked from this, are you? Are you blocked from Matt Taylor TV? Oh my goodness gracious me. Let's endeavour to take care of that straight away. I go straight to studios, to settings, to permissions, community moderation. I've just see all the blocked words. No, I can't particularly see any. I can't see how you are. I'm just checking. Talk amongst yourselves. Emily says she's blocked. Okay. Don't know about that, Emily. I don't know about that. It doesn't appear to be. It appear to me that you're blocked. I mean, are you saying you're blocked from Matt Taylor TV? Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Um, I was going to shout out someone, but they don't like me. Don't like me mentioning their name, so I won't bother. I heard someone was in hospital today. Rushed there, A&E. Matt got the gag in before me, Brian. Yeah, I know. Richard Fairbrass is about 75 now. Right, said Fred, are pushing on. They're looking great, though. They are looking great. Honestly, and they're both into their bodybuilding as well. Healthy eating. I've commented, but they didn't show. Oh, really? Fascinating. I'll see if I can sort it out later. I bear in mind, everyone, the next song, which will be up, Negative People Need Drama Like Oxygen, inspired by Emily T. That's the next promotional song coming up. Under 8 inches or 20 centimeters, says Brian. We're talking about the carp, not anything else. No worries. No worries, says Emily. I may be blocked, but no worries. Yeah, I mean, there was a time in which I used to block Emily T. Those dark days for Matt Taylor TV. I mean, if anyone kind of like forecasted that years ago, saying, Matt, there would come a time in which you would block Emily T, I'd say no flipping way would I. But of course, everyone makes decisions, things change, and regrettably, Emily T started a relationship with a particular individual who was very mean to me. He liked to make me feel a bit sad about myself. Let's move on. Brian, how big was the fish? Matt, are sharks angry? Something about their facial appearance that makes them look mean. You get me? Oh, funny. I don't know about sharks. I'll try again, says Emily. Emily T. I'm sick of telling you under 8 inches. Wait till I'll send you a pic of a fish with, I can't even pronounce that, papers hanging out of it. Oh, crikey, okay. But it had a big fat belly. We all love big fat bellies. I've got a big fat belly, by the way. Just say, maybe I could have saved him. Oh, are you talking about, do you like rubbing fish bellies? I liked when Matt was a goldfish. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yes, all my old filters back in the day. The good news is that I've got that YouTube channel back. Yeah. Oh, and actually, yes, I noticed you were you were on the show a lot, Brian. So thank you ever so much. Years ago, mine, Matt. Yes, I know. I've been at this for a long time. And oh yeah, that was something. Apparently, YouTube have lowered the threshold for monetization to 500. And so, could I be so bold as to dream of reaching 500? I know the last time I reached 500, a pesky YouTube troll going by the name Plisco, the Bell-End gay porn bomber, made sure that was scuppered. Justin says, Lenny son, you would enjoy the TV series Sharks, featuring Rachel Riley and others. You can find it on YouTube. Fantastic. Hang on, I'm just getting a cocoa. Where's that A on the end? Lenny says, Matt, is getting eaten alive by a shark one of the worst deaths? Can you think of something more worse? Well, it's being eaten by a shark or eaten by piranhas. What would be worse? I mean, I thought it was a pretty cool way to go when in Jaws, the skipper, whatever his name was, got bitten in half. I mean, you got to admit, what a way to go. Hey? going up to the pearly gates of heaven, you'd have a right smile on your face, wouldn't you? You go, oh, hello, Peter. Yeah, look, I'm chuffed. I got bitten in half by a shark. Oh, it was brilliant. I had blood coming out of my mouth, and it was actually quite painless, funny enough, because you do know, and I don't know this. I don't know this out of experience, I hasten to add. But apparently it's a scientific thingy, Bob, right? Ask Bob. It's a scientific thingy. That when you do die, your body is flooded with a certain endorphin. And I'm not talking about fins, no dolphins involved, but it's flooded with a certain chemical that makes the actual act of dying quite feel good, you know? It's actually like, it's a pleasurable thing to do. And so I love the idea of getting bitten in half by a shark. Fucking yeah, man. Getting endorphin, fucking fucked off endorphins, and the right time, rather than getting eaten by, like, 100 piranhas. So, in answer to that question, is there anything worse than being eaten by a shark? Yeah. Yeah, there is. Getting eaten by a load of bloody piranhas. Or, like Brian says, getting eaten by small sharks. It doesn't say hello. No worries. Oh, so we've still got an issue. Emily banned from MattTaylorTV. Very bad. Anything I've seen Rachel Riley in has been very, very distracting, if you get me. Very childish, says Emily. Lenny son, I watched Countdown and I got aroused in capital letters. I think he means he got a bit of a blood to his penis kind of situation going on. And you know what happens when blood rushes to the penis. It's an adult show, but let's move on. I was chuffed. That's 7 letters, isn't it? Very good. Well done. Really. Also 7 letters. Is it 2, 4, 6? No, it's 6. What about death by goldfish? Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. The adrenaline kicks in. That's the one. That's the endorphin. It's adrenaline, isn't it? So actually, there's nothing to fear about death. And this is touching on what we were talking about earlier on. I think Justin brought it on. Is the big taboo, isn't it? And it's only because no one knows what happens after it. But I think they do know. In fact, I do, if memory serves me correctly, there's a CIA paper on it, a declassified CIA paper in which they've determined what death is. And they know very well there's an afterlife. And they know very well that, the soul continues. But that's being kept from us. It's being kept from us as a collective. Because if we knew the truth of the reality, the realm we live in, we'd all be living like gods. Lenny says, Convid, remember the backlash when Vorderman left? Talking about Carol, by the way. They had no brain, says Emily. Yes, Lenny, twice nightly, Whiteley fancied her, allegedly. Who wouldn't fancy Carol Vorderman? Matt, let's be honest. Everyone was waiting for Kelly Brook to take a shower in the jungle recently. Sex sells. Well, sex is everywhere, isn't it? But I've been living with soft porn since I started watching Top of the Pops. Yes, of course, sex sells. And that's why I find it quite intrusive of certain YouTube trolls. I'll go by the initial WH, telling me to stop sexualizing women. What are you on about? women sexualize themselves. And of course, I found it funny, this particular troll who goes by the initials WH, having a go at Justin about, you know, having a body drop because she believes somebody or another is telling her what she can and cannot say, while at the same time having a go at me, telling me what I can and cannot say. The hypocrisy is crazy around here. But anyway, I do wish all the best for Bonnie Blue. Looking at 15 years. But that's what happens when you go to a conservative country and start shagging all their young men on the side of the road in their camper van. Anyway, moving on. Brian says, imagine having a 4-second memory like a goldfish, though. You would not know what you've eaten. Matt, you would definitely share a tree house with Kelly Brook if the situation presented itself. Would I? Would I? Would I? Is even Kelly Brook my type? Is she? Is she? Ask your local monastery. Living with soft porn, Matt. You should use that as a book title. I was a pervert, you know, back in the day. I remember looking at the Littlewoods catalogue. Oh my God. What a pervert. I actually feel as if I've got Rick Mace at the moment sitting on my shoulder, what I'm about to reveal. And I'm sure there's a chapter in How to Be a YouTuber of not to reveal your perverted past. But hey, I don't think I've got to that chapter yet. But, but I remember looking at the and I'm sure other boys my age did as well. So, you know, it's normal. But I remember looking at the bloody underwear section in the Littlewoods catalogue. Freaking hell. Talk about Kelly Brook. Yeah, but yes, I mean, yeah. I do find women absolutely bloody sexually arousing. But I think it's had something to do with being a heterosexual. Something to do with that. Anyway, Matt, your AI videos are definitely sexually risque. Don't be coy, son. Absolutely they are, mate. Absolutely they are. And I actually do put my more X-rated stuff on Patreon. Justin says, isn't a koi a fish, Lenny, son? A koi. McCoy, and we're not talking about Star Trek. I'd rather be eaten alive by Kelly Brook than piranhas. It's spelt koi, by the way. Thanks, Brian. Koi is a carp, yes. All she wants is cash. All she wants is cash. Oh, you talking about Flippy Floppy? Talking about Molly. Is it Molly or I don't know, Blue anyway. Whatever her name. Bonnie Blue. Yes, Bonnie Blue. Mind you, carp breed well, better than goldfish. Right. I mean, the last time I went fishing with Lewis, I shouldn't really be. In fact, anyway, it was surf fishing. We haven't been back to the carp fishing for months. Yes, I know it's terrible, isn't it? I mean, and I'm touching on ground which I'm not particularly an expert in. So forgive me because this is speculation. Okay. This is speculation. Can an argument be made that women who have a career in the adult industry were possibly, and this is just speculation on myself, I don't know. I'm just assuming. And of course, as we all know, assuming makes an ass of you and me. But is there an argument to be made that most women who make a living in the adult industry were possibly abused earlier on in life? I don't know. I don't know. Because the flip side of that coin is that there are certain women who maybe had a wonderful upbringing, who just find adult fun bloody amazing. And why not make money from something you enjoy? I don't know. I don't know. And I'm certainly not going to make aspersions against Bonnie Blue. Okay, I haven't watched anything of her. I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't go there. Put it that way. This isn't a fishing live stream, says Emily. Oh, I think it is. Thank you. Carp are more hardy than your average goldfish. The carp is like the mugger of the pond. It will steal your dinner. Thank you. Some insights into carp. Lenny son, remember when Brian Harvey stormed out of the jungle? He said he was going to win it, so it didn't matter. I tell you, I've got such a bad memory because I knew Brian Harvey was in the jungle, but then I'd forgotten totally that he was in the jungle. That bloke has been in so many stuff. It's crazy. I'm surprised he hasn't been in Emmerdale or Coronation Street, to be fair. Or is it? Sorry, I don't know. Remember when Peeps said leave Britney alone? Then it turned out true. All right. And of course, what on earth has happened to Osborne? Not Sharon, the other one, the daughter, Kelly Osborne. What's all that about? Apparently, there's this thinning drug that they're all taking. Apparently, something about Robbie Williams is having the same thinning drug. Convid, didn't Janet Street Porter tell Brian Harvey to stop farting? Yes. He was deliberately doing loud farts. To be fair, like Justin says, it was all them beans, Lenny. Oh, listen, I've got to wrap it up for an hour, peeps. I'd love to keep going. I would love to keep going. Well, we can keep going a little bit. We'll go for a little bit more, okay? Snake venom injections, crazy. I'm just gonna make myself a hot drink, okay? We'll go over the hour, but we won't do 2 hours. I don't know why we're talking about 2 hours. I don't know why people keep bringing bloody 2 hours into the conversation. I don't understand. Ian Puddett was applying beans to the set, I heard. I watched Kelly. She looked ill. I know. Imagine that doing that to your face. Beans laced with gin. Listen, everyone, I'd like to play a promotional video inspired by Emily T. I will be back in a few minutes.
On my feet, blue sky in my eyes. Let the melodies roll, let the good vibes rise. See them talking in circles, always chasing the night. They spark up the fire just to feel alright. Caught in the chaos, it's like they can't let go. But I'm dancing in daylight, I don't need that show. Let them whisper, let them shout, I just laugh and turn around. I've got sunshine on my mind, nothing's gonna steal my shine. Negative people need drama like oxygen, but I won't let it pull me in. What a shame some haven't moved on. Oh well, never mind, I'm gone with the dawn. Staying positive like I always do, and it takes their breath away, it's true. Caught up in the rumors, they feel alive, painting stories in the air, never satisfied, but I'm floating above. I'm chasing dream-filled trails. Their shadows can't reach me now. See me smiling anyhow. Negative people need drama like oxygen, but I won't let it pull me in. What a shame some haven't moved on. Oh well, never mind, I'm gone with the dawn. Staying positive like I always do, and it takes their breath away, it's true. Breathe in joy, breathe out the gray, dancing through my brighter days while they wait for storms to start. I've already found my spot. Negative people need drama like oxygen, but I won't let it pull me in. What a shame some haven't moved on. Oh well, never mind, I'm gone with the dawn. Staying positive like I always do, and it takes their breath away, it's true. Let the music carry me on, leave the drama till it's all gone. Moving forward in my own way, their need for noise fades away. I'll stay positive all my days.
Go! What's your sole purpose in this army?
To do whatever you tell me, drill sergeant.
God damn it, Gump! You're a goddamn genius. That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a goddamn IQ of 160. You are goddamn gifted, Private Gump.
What a lovely song, inspired by Emily T. Thank you ever so much, Emily. Lenny has been Brian Harvey. Get it? Has been. Get it? Has been. Very funny. Kelly Brook has had work done. What are you talking about on her extension, or did she have a loft extension? She's had some work done. Did she get some new decking out in the garden? Or are you talking about some boobs? Some new boobs, maybe. Brian, long gone are the days of a bit lippy in eyelash mascara, huh? Yes, thank you, Brian. God gave you a face, don't disfigure it. But hey, listen, if God gives you no boobs, what are you going to do? Make them bigger, in my opinion, if you so please. Anyway, I don't know. Katie Price looks dangerously underweight these days. I think they're all on this Ozempic. Yes. Thank you, Brian. Sorry, not Brian. Lenny. Ozempic. I've heard that banded about a few times. I'm going to write that down now. Apparently that's what Robbie Williams is going to use, because he's hosting a show next month, and he says he's going to use a bit of Ozempic bullshit. They're all using it. Apparently that's why Kelly Osbourne has got so thin. And now, apparently, according to Lenny, Katie Price is on this Ozempic. Brian says, but I'm sure most people don't need that stuff. I know. I mean, Brian will be able to tell you. It's exercise, less calories in. Bob's your uncle, you know. Very easy for me to say, but I love my food. I eat far too much of it. Exactly. But they're in the spotlight and can't accept we are all aging. Yes. All of you lay for the win, for the win, peeps. So true. That's sad. Yes, well, you know. We all want to look our best, don't we? Brian, and plenty of red wine, apparently, yes. You know, but ultimately it's not about looks. It's about what's inside. It's about the personality, okay? It's the personality. A lot of great looking blokes out there, a lot of great looking women out there are just kind of like not nice people. You know, your looks don't dictate what kind of person you are. Of course, it helps. Lenny says, was Brian in the jungle? Did he tell the others he sold 22 million records? We should really, for a bit of fun, dig up some footage of Brian in the jungle and watch it, because ultimately Brian is part of our community. Can you believe it? I often shake my head and think, how on earth did that happen? But yeah, Brian Harvey, the singer of the smash hit E17, is a part of our YouTube community, and I find that quite special, really. Emily says, thank you. Lenny, yes, every 10 minutes. Oh, we're talking about has been, get it? Has been Brian Harvey telling the camp that he sold 22 million records. He never sold them. The shops did, probably, said Brian. Absolutely. But I think Brian Harvey, not Brian PC, is talking about his voice. If it wasn't for his voice, no one would have brought the records. Keep that in mind. Emily says, it's madness. What a shame. The world is a mad place. Justin says, Lenny, it's gone up to 30 million now, apparently. Kelly Brook is larger than life now. What's wrong with curves? Nothing wrong with curves. That's one of the most pleasurable thing in the world, is to run your hand over the beautiful curves of a shapely woman. It's a lot of vinyl and CD, says Brian, and tape, if you're in that way inclined. Imagine getting that order. I know, crikey. So dangerously looking so. Imagine how much Brian's Spotify views are. 50 trillion. Justin says, I saw Kelly Osbourne vid today. What the fuck? Crazy. I think Kelly Brook is gorgeous, says Lenny. I've been a fan since her FMN days. FHM days. That's to remind me. Brian is lucky he wasn't eaten by piranhas in the jungle, says Lenny. Yes, Matt. You can play some Harvey jungle clips for us. I know, I will. I'll get it all up, actually. Let me see if I can get some up now. I think Kelly Brook's face kind of looks like a man without makeup, says Brian. Oh, funny. Don't tell Lenny that. He'll have words with you. Matt, you were smitten with Nikki Lee in your weird interview, where you were a floating sphinx head. Listen, look, you know, we all love a bit of Nikki Lee, okay? I don't know about you, but okay, I'll tell you what it was, okay? That dirty little police informant toe rag, fucking Danny Jones. I hate him. I love Danny Jones. I think he's a great bloke. He's a police informant. He'll throw anyone under the bus. It was Danny Jones who sent me the link to Nikki Lee when she's on that Babe station. All right. So it was Danny Jones who sent me the link to Nikki Lee doing her modeling stuff on the Babe station thing. And I tell you, mate, I looked at it. I hit the link, okay? I know it says, I think chapter 9 in the How to Be a YouTuber book. It clearly says, do not click on any links sent to you by Danny Jones. Silly me. I hit the link and I only saw bloody Nikki Lee in all her Babe station outfit. Okay, I fell in love at first sight. So yeah, I was a bit smitten, to be fair. Matt, you had a good stream with Brian and Nikki, but Justin gave you more views. Is that true? I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because Justin ruined it. Because Justin was a moderator on that, and he was banning all Nikki Lee's friends and supporters. And that's what got Brian Harvey's knickers in a twist. So, fucking bloody Justin ruined that. Yes, Justin ruined that for me. Fucking shit fuck he is. I'll never forgive him for it. Never forgive him. And that's one of the reasons I'm loath to watch it again, you know? Because Justin, what bloody wanker Justin is. Fucking, I'll never forgive him. I will never forgive him. Brian Harvey in the jungle. We've got something lined up. I've got something lined up for you. We'll watch Brian Harvey exit the jungle. Because I know because I don't know. Yeah, bloody fucking Justin bastard. I don't think about her, to be fair. All right, yes. I don't really think about her, to be fair. How it works. Matt, Babe Station. What have you turned into, son? From Littlewoods lingerie to Babe Station. Listen, I wouldn't have watched Babe Station. Well, that's a bit of a lie because I was aware of it when I had Sky. Yes, bloody don't ever click on a link sent to you by, what's his name? Danny frickin' Jones. Great bloke, though. Great bloke. Yes. Yes, Matt wanted to be Nikki Lee's #1. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I can't read that out loud. Listen, it's just, it's a heterosexual thing, okay? It's a heterosexual thing, okay? You know, it's in our blood. It's all about blood pumping up to the penis or something like that, anyway. Brian says, Justin, you got in trouble on the pier as well. Justin, eh? God. Matt, you should have done a sit down with E17 bass player John Hendy for balance. We need to hear all the E17 legends. Wouldn't that be amazing, eh? But he's a mate, so laugh out loud. I know, Emily says, I know, but he said he'll get you more views, although I was laughing at Convid at the time. Oh, I don't remember that. But anyway, Brian, I was paid by the mouse to sabotage Matt's channel. Don't tell him. It's all coming out now, isn't it, eh? It's all coming out now, you little toe rags. And on that note, let's go over and check out Brian Harvey leaving I'm a Celebrity. I don't think I've seen this. I don't think I've seen it. Have you?
Listen, don't do that when we're cooking. It's so inappropriate.
Oh, come off it, man.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm trying to cook dinner.
Janet, man, you outside, man. Stop having a go at me about farting for sake.
I'm trying to cook dinner, Brian.
You're
so
cooking dinner. You're over there. I'm over there. Don't keep having a go at me about farting.
Brian,
no. All right? No. Don't keep telling me what to do. If I want to fart, I'll fart. I'm nowhere near the
Put the knife down, man.
We're at doors. We're not
Brian,
cooped up in a small room. Just because you think it's wrong doesn't mean that everyone else thinks it's wrong. I'm farting because I need to fart because all I've eaten is beans.
Brian, can you smile?
Yeah, he's not happy. I've got a smile about it. Do you know that? I've got nothing to smile
I'm sorry,
about.
I didn't mean to be insensitive.
Do you think everybody else does?
And another thing. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it looks like a bloody loud version. You know what, out of all of it, the veg is
right.
the tastiest and
Oh, I know, I think
flavour. If you get so much sugar without the veg.
You get hold of an onion, it makes all the difference.
Brian, you're not leaving?
Jimmy's having more water. No. Stuck out here. We're tired, just like everyone else. Well, dinner's ready. Dinner.
He's such a strop artist, isn't he? Brian Harvey's such a stroppy artist. Fucking hell. So, does he actually leave because of that? Such a stroppy little git, man. Brian Harvey said he left because he knew he was going to win, so he gave the others a chance. So it looks like he's going to walk because of this. What a stroppy little teenager.
I've had enough. I've got other things on my mind. Yeah. Forget this bollocks, because this is bollocks, and it's getting stupid, and it's getting desperate down there. And I want out. I don't want to go now.
Oh, he held it at me.
So this is interesting, this is. When things get desperate, it seems like Brian Harvey gets the fuck out of there. And I'm not particularly into that. I'm always in that state of mind is when things get desperate, you got to up your game. You got to up your game. You don't fucking walk away. When things get desperate, you got to up your game. And the way you up your game is by digging deep, by falling back on your reserves. So this is interesting. I mean, I'm sure I have seen this before, but so many years ago. It's great to refresh my memory. But it looks like when it gets desperate for Brian Harvey, he gets the fuck out of there. And I don't think that's the best course of action. My advice, when things get desperate, is to up your game. And you up your game by digging deep. Anyway, this is fascinating.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to dignify it with a response.
It's all wrong. She's taking on the role down there like she's the daddy. Do you know what I mean? And then softening it with, I think you're the best, I like you, you're really fun. Do you know, but don't make sense. Where's the logic in that? Oh, Brian, I think you're great. Are you not well?
Do you think he'll walk back here, come back down, won't he?
But also, there's no acknowledgement by Brian Harvey that other people are going through a rough time as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a tough time. Oh, Justin is too funny. You should have stayed another day. But yeah, that's very funny. What year did Brian Harvey enter this shit show? Yeah, good. We'll get to that answer. We'll get to that answer. But there's no appreciation of other people who are going through a rough time as well. This is fascinating. Only a bit more to go.
He'll come back, won't he?
Well, do you know what? If it was me, I wouldn't come back. You've gone that far now. You know what I mean?
I've held it down well. Do you know what I mean? I've been here a week, and it's a good job I'm going now, because I'm going to start arguing with people. I really am, and I don't want to.
He's had it. I know. He's had it. He can't do this. He doesn't want. He said to me, he doesn't want to fight anyone. He doesn't want to do that. It's like a time bomb. He wants to go.
I've had some really good times in there, but now it's time to leave, because it's just a joke down there. It's so tense down there. It's unbelievable, because everyone's bloody starving hungry. Do you know what I mean? I've had nothing to eat all week but bloody beans, and then I'm getting moaned at because I farted. Come on, man. Come on.
He lost it, didn't he? Didn't he, Janet? That's his temper.
It's a shame it ended on that note, but it has. And now it's time for me to leave. I shouldn't be here anyway. I should be at home. I'm out of here. I need a Big Mac, large fries, a bath, a shave, change of clothes, bleach me hair, and maybe a spray tan. That's what I need. And to go home.
The world's first titanium.
Yeah, a bit lame. That's a bit lame, mate. A bit lame. When did Brian Harvey go into the jungle? Apparently, it was 2004. So we're talking 21 years ago. 21 years ago. Yeah, Well, come on. Come on. When the going gets tough, get the fuck out of there. That's what Brian Harvey says. And of course, you know, each to their own. There's nothing wrong in that. I'm not like that personally. When the going gets tough, I like to up my game. Okay? I like to, like, you know, and I got that from the army. I got that from the army because there was no fucking off. There's no walking away when things got desperate in the army. You know, when things became a challenge, you had to meet that challenge. When things became too hard, you had to fucking up yourself. You had to better yourself so you could accommodate when it got too hard. And that's when you had to dig deep into your reserves. But hey, I've never been a pampered pop star. That's the difference between me and Brian Harvey. Brian Harvey, when things get desperate, he gets the fuck out of there. For me, when things get desperate, I've got to up my game. That's the advice I'll be passing on to my kids. Brian Harvey was out of E17. The jungle isn't his natural habitat. Quite right. And please don't think I'm judging Brian Harvey. I'm not. He's a public figure. This is all in the public domain. And we're just having a little banter. So, God forbid Brian Harvey should ever get on my case and start, you know, accusing me of harassing and stalking him. What a 2026 that would be, eh? Hey! He looks very young in the jungle. It was 21 years ago. No doubt there was a payout, so Brian was happy. Possibly. Or do you lose all your money? Do you lose your money when you walk out? 30 years old, maybe. Well, no, if it's in 2004, okay, 2004, and it's 2025 now, going on to 2000, well, it was November 2004. I do believe that was 21 years ago. But Brian isn't always broke. Wasn't she the first director of Channel 4? Are you talking about Janet Street Porter? Maybe. Maybe. Bossy lady. Don't fart. That's the lesson. Don't fart in front of Janet Street Porter. Matt, how would Brian get on with Ant Middleton? Yeah, the SAS guy. They'd have clashes. Put it that way. They'd have clashes. We all struggle, but don't plaster it all over social media. I know. Yeah. Life's a struggle. Not for some. Matt, 2004, Brian Harvey is the same crank as 2025 Harvey. Well, obviously he's changed. He would have changed. He's a changed person. What? Is she in charging other peeps of buttholes if they fart? Is she the fart master controller? What should have happened is, right? I reckon this is what should have happened. Janet Street Porter should have had a right go at Brian saying, can you stop fucking farting, Brian, you smelly cunt? And Brian should have just taken it on the chin and go, well, it's all the fucking beans, Janet. You know, sorry, love. You know, and just laughed it off. And being serious, actually, I do fucking winds me up when people who should really just laugh stuff off take it all so seriously and the right little body drop. You know what I mean? Don't have a body drop, mate. 9 out of 10 people would usually just laugh that off. But there's always 1 out of 10 people who make a big fucking song and dance about it. Telling signs, maybe, says Emily. Hope he's doing well. Yes. The fart to judge, says Brian. Matt, there was weed in that jungle. Living off bachelor's beans and listening to Janet Street Porter has me siding with Brian, says Lenny. Disgusting, says Brian. And I'm not talking about Brian Harvey. I'm talking about Brian PC. No weed in the jungle. Beans and moaning. That's it. Brian Harvey's grandma had died just a few months before he went on the jungle or in the jungle. Well, yeah, there's all mitigating circumstances, you know. We've all got mitigating circumstances, haven't we? But who are you and me and more to judge him? Hey, listen, we're just spectators, you know. And whenever any spectator watches a game, we'll have a little chat about it, you know. You can imagine back in the Roman amphitheatre during the days of the gladiator. Everyone watching the gladiators getting killed will go, oh, yeah, what do you think? He should have just cut his head off. See how he cut his arms off first? Bit of a sadist, wasn't he? I would have just cut his head off. But did you see what he done? He fucking cut his left arm off. Then he cut his fucking right arm off. I would have cut the head off myself just then. But no, he cuts the right arm off. He cuts the left arm off. Then he cuts the fucking left leg off. Then the other leg. And then he cuts the head off. Out of order, really. I don't really like my gladiators doing that. I prefer my gladiators to come in and just fucking clean cut, you know. You know, because, you know, them poor Christians, it hurts. It hurts. I'll say a quick death for those poor Christians off of their head. But no, that fucking, that Maximus Milius or Filius Scrilius, whatever his fucking name was, he's a right sadist. Listen, we're just spectators, okay? And of course, we're not judging Brian Harvey. We're just having a right little bit of banter, and that's all it is. Emily says, Father will judge him if necessary. Oh, Emily's getting all a bit kind of like religious. That could be a game show. Oh, we've got a new person in the chat. Oh, yes. This guy, Squeeze. He mentioned something. He actually brought you up. He said something about you, actually, Justin. This bloke did. Yeah, I posted something about Peter James earlier on. Oh, yeah, and this is what he said. So I posted something about Peter James. I said, is Peter James, famous crime writer, a serial killer? And this Pete bloke who just said Squeeze in the chat room, hello, Pete, thanks for joining in. He wrote, your friend Justin's tendency to creep rooms at night while people are asleep would make him very suspect too. There you go, talking about, you know, stirring things up and Squeeze. I mean, it makes you wonder whether Pete isn't Harry. And I'm not talking about Tony Quigley. I'm talking about Prince Harry. Kelly Brook in the jungle is more crack than Brian. He's getting cranky. I haven't watched it yet, to be fair. Brian Harvey was extremely close to his grandma, says Justin. How does Justin know about this, eh? So was I, right? We're all close to our grannies. Brian Harvey still lives in her house. Oh, yes. Good point. Good point. As I've said, don't suck on someone else's negative energy. Yes. Don't do that. Because if you suck off somebody else's negative energy, you just get more negative energy. But also, don't suck on somebody's positive energy too. Just don't suck. Just give it a nice blowjob instead. Lenny says, he just wanted to get out of there before they drop cockroaches on your head and force you to eat reindeer balls. Yeah, that could be right. That could be right. I have many admirers, Matt. So who's Pete? This Pete. This one. Do you recognise him? Who else says Squeeze, do you reckon, Emily? Hey, who else says Squeeze? Yeah, it's definitely not Prince Harry. Definitely not Prince Harry. Definitely not. Imagine if Michael Barrymore was in the jungle and someone died in a nearby pond. It'd be a suspect. Oh, God. Lenny, what are you like? Yeah. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up, peeps, okay? I've had enough. I've wasted enough of your time already. It's 12, you little darlings. I'm going to play you out with what could be the new Christmas #1. I'm just saying, this could be the Christmas #1. Okay. In fact, I'll change it. I'll change it to another song.
What you wanna do, you can be who you wanna be now. See who you wanna, feel who you wanna. You can say what you wanna say, but just believe in me.
Don't be ashamed of the life you lead. Don't be scared of the dreams you dream. Don't you worry, don't you fret, don't you forget you are the best. Just trust in your destiny. Yeah.
Now's the time to believe in me. Open your heart and set me free. Live your life in harmony. Hold my hand and walk with me. Never worry what tomorrow brings.
Have faith and sing with me. Believe in me when I say it's true, that I made this world just for you. Take what you want, enjoy it all. I've given it to you because I love you all.
Now all I ask is your thanks and praise, for I'm him and I'll never fade. Just don't doubt me. You can do what you wanna do. You can be who you wanna be now. See who you wanna, feel who you wanna. You can say what you wanna say, but just believe in me. Don't be ashamed of life you lead. Don't be scared of the dreams you dream. Don't you worry, don't you fret, don't you forget you are the best. So trust in your destiny.
Now's the time to believe in me. Open your heart and set me free. Live your life in harmony. Hold my hand and walk with me. Never worry what tomorrow brings. Have faith and sing with me.
Believe in me when I say it's true, that I made this world just for you. Take what you want, enjoy it all. I've given it to you because I love you all. Now all I ask is your thanks and praise, for I'm him and I'll never fade. Just on me.
I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me.